In this video, we're going to learn all about Ontraport's Facebook Custom Audiences feature. Facebook allows you to create custom audiences to target with ads, and custom audiences are a group of contacts that you set up. They might be your past customers, everyone who visited your site, or maybe just people who signed up to get a free guide. Ontraport allows you to create custom audiences right from within Ontraport, and then add contacts to them using automations. That's a really big step up from what you get using Facebook's standard features to build your audiences, because instead of just targeting people based on which pages they viewed, you can use all of the data in your Ontraport account to create hyper-targeted ad campaigns. Not only that, but with the new privacy changes that came with iOS 14.5, Facebook's targeting is much less effective. So creating audiences from your own database is really the only way to get good targeting going forward. And here's where this gets really crazy. You can use your custom audiences to create a much larger audience, called a lookalike audience, so that you can show your ad to new people who Facebook says are similar to the people in your custom audience. For example, what if you could advertise specifically to people who responded well to a sales call but haven't made a purchase yet? Or what if you could advertise to people who purchased your product but haven't used it yet to remind them to log in or whatever it is they need to do? Or check this out, what if you could create an audience of all your best, most engaged customers automatically, and then tell Facebook to go find 100,000 people who look just like them? You already know this. Being able to build hyper-targeted audiences allows you to run hyper-targeted ads, and as we all know, relevance and timeliness equals conversions. With Ontraport, this is easy and can be completely automated. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to set this all up in 3 easy steps. First, you'll set up the Facebook custom audience integration. Second, you'll create an audience inside of Ontraport. And last, you'll add or remove contacts from those audiences. Here we go. In order to use this feature, you first need to have a business manager or ads manager account with Facebook. And if you haven't already done this, pause this video and go set one up now. Once that's done, log into Ontraport and go to Your Account, Administration, Advanced Features, and then toggle on the Facebook Custom Audiences feature. Next, go to the Social tab and click on Facebook's API. Click the button there to connect and follow the instructions to connect Ontraport and Facebook. This should only take a couple of clicks. Nice, you're all integrated. Next, let's create a new audience inside of Ontraport. Now, Facebook only allows apps to manage custom audiences that the app itself creates, which is why you always need to create your audience from inside of your Ontraport account. You can create a new audience on your automation action elements or from group actions. One way is to select at least one contact and click the Facebook action button like this. Or click into a Facebook custom audience automation element and click Add New Audience from the Audience dropdown. Just select your ad account, name your audience, add a description, then click Done. Now that you've created a custom audience, you can select it from your Audience dropdown. And it's really that easy. The last step is to add or remove contacts from your audiences. And there are 2 ways to manage your audiences, manually and using automations. First, let's start by looking at how to do it manually. Really, this is as simple as sending an email broadcast, and actually it's easier than that because you don't even have to write an email. Select the contacts you want to add or remove and click the Facebook action button. Choose if you want to add or remove your contacts and select your saved audience from the dropdown. Click Submit and you're all done. Now let's talk about how to set things up to do this automatically for you so that you're constantly tailoring your audiences to perfectly match the campaigns that you're running. We'll load up the automation you want to insert a custom audience into. If you don't have one, you can build one from scratch. But let's say that we want to run a campaign to everyone who had a demo with your team and the team thought was a good qualified lead. So first, let's open up our demo follow-up campaign. Usually there will be a task in here for your rep to mark the lead as qualified. As soon as they do that, we'll want to send that contact to Facebook to add them to your custom audience. Maybe this audience is going to get ads, giving them a reason to stop thinking about it and buy today. Something like a short-term discount or a bonus offer. So we're going to add this Facebook custom audience step right below the qualified lead goal like this. And let's look at another example. What if we wanted to advertise to people who don't accomplish a goal? Like maybe they bought access to your membership site, but they haven't logged in 3 weeks. That may be a red flag that somebody's about to cancel, so it's probably a good time to show them an ad about all the good stuff available to them in their members area. In this case, we'll have a campaign that looks like this. Every time the user logs in, they get moved to the top of the automation and they sit on this wait for 3 weeks. If they log in, they'll hit this goal, and this go to element takes them back to the top, starting that wait over again. But if they don't log in, they're going to head down this side path, right? And this is where you'll probably start sending emails to remind them to log in. And we'll also drop in our Facebook action here to add them to our custom audience as well, so that we're hitting them on multiple channels. Nice. Okay, once you've figured out where on your map to add the Facebook action, you'll just add it to the map like any other element. You'll find it in the Advanced tab here, or you can do a quick search for Facebook here. The settings for this element are simple. You find the audience you want from the dropdown and select whether you're adding or removing them. Then click Done to save. And that's it. Of course, you can also remove contacts from audiences with this same type of element. And this is a great way to close the loop on some of the above examples. For example, if they do log into your membership site after a while, it doesn't make sense to keep nagging them. So let's remove them from the audience by adding a second Facebook element here under the login goal. This time we'll select the same audience, but we'll choose Remove instead of Add. As always, click Publish to make the magic start happening, and your audience will be updated live. Of course, once your audience is created, you'll go into Facebook to create the actual ad campaigns, and you'll choose the audience as a target. From there, it all just runs on autopilot. And with that, you've learned all about Ontraport's Facebook Custom Audiences feature. We've integrated your account, built your audience, and automated the adding and removing of contacts to that audience. And you've also learned how to manually manage all of this as well, just in case. Nice work.